Hi guys, so Guy Verhofstadt was in the European Parliament and he basically threw down the gauntlet to the UK, demanding that they follow the commitments within any finalised deal that will be hammered out between Michel Barnier and David Frost. And he said if the European Union doesn't feel that that the UK is following this deal, it should basically throw the deal in the bin. So let's hear what he had to say.
If we make a deal with the British, and I hope that there is a deal in the coming weeks, then we put in this final agreement, in this treaty, it's an international treaty, a disposition that automatically that treaty ceases to exist if the British don't follow all the commitments that they have taken, including in the withdrawal agreement. That's, in my opinion, absolutely necessary. Because otherwise, if there is a deal, if there is an agreement, and 27 will have ratified it, and they don't follow their commitments, it will be a huge mess. And it will be, again, the necessity for 27 decisions by the 27 member states to stop that agreement. So I think that after what happened with the Internal Market Bill, it's in the interest of the European Union to foresee such a disposition in that final agreement, the fastest as possible. And I hope that there is a deal, because the only way to secure the Good Friday Agreement, to secure the peace in Northern Ireland, and to secure our internal market. Thank you, President.
I agree with him 100%. Although I don't think Boris Johnson is actually going to do that. I think Boris Johnson is desperate for a deal. And he's actually holding off from deciding whether he wants a deal or not until after the US election, because he's afraid that if Joe Biden wins, it's going to make it much more difficult for him to get a US deal. So he knows that if Donald Trump wins again in November, if he gets another 4 years in the White House, it will make it easier for him to go down the road of no deal, because he will feel somewhat vindicated. Okay, right-wing politics, this Brexiteer mentality, right-wing populism is still acceptable in the world, so I can go down that road. I can go down the road of no deal. But if Joe Biden, of course, wins, it's going to make it much more difficult to try to push the UK out of the transition period without a deal. Now, I don't think Boris Johnson is going to break international law. I think he has worked out something behind the scenes with the European Union. And this is pretty much saber-rattling from this guy here. I like to consider him as the anti-Nigel Farage. Both of them firebrands, both of them at the two opposite ends of the extreme. But once again, I don't think Boris Johnson is going to break international law. This was a threat. The Internal Market Bill will be shelved. When it comes to Northern Ireland, I think there are grave concerns around the Internal Market Bill when it comes to Scotland and Scottish devolution, but that's out of the picture for the European Union. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think of this speech. Do you think Boris Johnson is actually going to leave without a deal, or do you think it's also correct that the European Union put in some restrictions or at least some sort of measures to deal with Boris Johnson breaking the deal or the withdrawal agreement? Let me know in the comment section. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?